Ah, the Holy Grail. Just whisper those words and 1,000 images spring to mind. Knights on quests, shimmering castles, and chalices overflowing with... well, that depends on whom you ask, doesn't it? For centuries, this elusive relic has captured imaginations, sparked debates, and inspired countless works of art and literature. But what exactly is the Holy Grail? Good question. Some say it's the cup Jesus used at the Last Supper. Others claim it's the vessel that caught his blood at the crucifixion. And then there are those who believe it's not a physical object at all, but something far more mystical. Whatever it may be, one thing's for sure. The Holy Grail is a symbol of great power and mystery. It represents the ultimate quest, the search for something sacred and elusive. And like any good mystery, it has spawned a plethora of theories, each more intriguing and sometimes more outlandish than the last. So buckle up, dear reader, as we delve into the world of Grail lore, separating fact from fiction and exploring the many faces of this legendary artifact. You might be surprised by what we uncover. One of the most persistent theories links the Grail to the bloodline of Jesus. Yes, you heard that right. According to this theory, the Grail wasn't a cup, but a metaphor for the womb of Mary Magdalene carrying the blood of Christ and therefore his potential offspring. This idea really captured the imagination of those who love a good conspiracy. Could Jesus have had descendants? And if so, did they inherit special powers? Some even suggested these descendants became secret societies, guarding the blood royal for centuries. One of the most vocal proponents of this theory was the writer Lawrence Gardner, who argued that Jesus and Mary Magdalene married and had children, who then fled to France. He even claimed that the Merovingian dynasty, rulers of the Franks in the 5th to 8th centuries, were direct descendants of Jesus. Now, historians generally consider this theory to be, shall we say, highly speculative. There's no concrete evidence to support it, and it relies heavily on interpreting symbolism and hidden meanings. But hey, that's all part of the fun, isn't it? Let's hop across the channel to the land of druids, magic, and surprisingly tasty cheese, Celtic Britain. Here we encounter a rather different take on the Grail. Forget the chalice, picture instead a magical cauldron overflowing with food, or perhaps a glowing stone capable of granting immortality. This version of the Grail draws heavily on Celtic mythology, which is full of magical objects and deities associated with abundance and otherworldly powers. Take the Dagda's cauldron, for example, a bottomless pot that could feed an army, or the mythical island of Avalon, where apples grew that granted eternal life. When these Celtic myths blended with the Arthurian legends, the Grail transformed into a symbol of spiritual nourishment and enlightenment.